Whenever I was younger, I hated to get up in the morning, and it's truly because my sleep was horrible. It was horrible. I had to get essentially like shooken awake by my mom. Not like hard, like she did it gentle, but I would not have waken up during that time, for school, for example. And truly, it's because of my sleep. I had horrible sleep, and then obviously I would be in bed for like 11 hours a day, and then I couldn't even wake up. I wouldn't even feel good whenever I wake up, right? Obviously. And so, whenever I improve my sleep, I actually wake up with a smile on my face, even. I feel energized. I feel great. And it's all because of my sleep. It all traces back to sleep. And there's three parts to actually improving your sleep. There's what you do before bed, what you do in bed, and then what you do whenever you wake up. And I know it sounds weird what you do when you wake up, right? We're talking about sleep, but trust me, it'll make sense. So before you go to bed, honestly, just don't look at your electronic screens. Like, turn off your phone, turn off your iPad, everything like that. Probably about an hour before you go to bed. And also, it's really useful to have a wind down routine. So probably an hour before I go to bed. I go to bed at 9, and so at 8, I turn everything off. I go read for half an hour, and then after that I do I brush my teeth, floss my teeth, all that for another half hour, and then I go to bed. So essentially, for a whole hour before I go to bed, I don't see any electronics at all. Obviously, that's gonna help me out to sleep. Like, if you're scrolling in bed, like literally on TikTok or something, obviously you're gonna have trouble falling asleep. Like, your brain is literally getting stimulated when it's the time for your brain to turn off, essentially. No wonder you have trouble sleeping if you're going to be scrolling on TikTok while you're in bed. And then also, your room should be cool. So, like, if you have air conditioning in your house, which I truly hope you do, just turn it down a little bit. Not too much, but if you turn it down but then actually have warm blankets, it will even itself out. But it's easier to sleep when your room is cold and maybe you're a little bit too hot. You can always just stick your foot out of your blanket and it'll help. And also, your room should be dark. And this is gonna sound a little weird, but I have a smoke detector in my room, and it has a green little light on it. And usually during the day, it's not noticeable in the slightest, but whenever you're in bed, right, your whole room is completely pitch black. And then you just see on the roof of my room just a green beacon shining into my eyes when I'm trying to fall asleep. Obviously, that really messed me up, honestly. I hated having that light in there. And obviously, I didn't take down the smoke detector, but what I did was I got a piece of black tape. I got a ladder, obviously, and I just put the black tape over the light. And I know some people might think that's a little bad. You need to like keep your smoke detector unblocked or whatever. But truly, my sleep is worth more than some little green light on a smoke detector. I would rather sleep better than see that the smoke detector is fine, which it already is. Like, I know it's fine. And so I literally just put a piece of tape over the light, and then now I sleep better because of that. Because again, there's just less light in my room. And so, what you wind down, you're getting ready. Your room's cold. No light in there. And then number two is when you actually start falling asleep. Be careful not to actually start thinking. I notice that whenever I go to bed, if I have like just a train of thoughts, I can't fall asleep. I'm literally in bed for hours just thinking before I realize, oh shit, I gotta go to bed. And it really just happens because you keep just thinking, like, honestly, it's overthinking. Because I have never had any good thoughts at night. And I'm not saying that I'm like beating myself up. I'm saying the quality of my thoughts is not good. Like, I think I'm a genius at night, but then, like, I'm not. I'm just yapping to my brain essentially. So, just don't think. Like, it's hard to explain, but don't think about stuff at night. Just try to just be relaxed. Like, I would tell you to focus on relaxation, but actually focusing on something messes with your sleep as well. So I used to try to meditate when I'm trying to sleep, but obviously when you meditate, you're focusing on your breath. And so because I was focused, my brain couldn't turn off because obviously I'm actually focusing on something. So it's counterintuitive, but you don't want to focus on relaxation. You just want to be relaxed. And honestly, the way I do it is just I close my eyes and I just like try to feel into the darkness of my eyes. I don't know how to explain it, but just honestly just don't focus on relaxation, but just be relaxed. And I also sleep on my back as well. It just helps with my posture. It doesn't actually really help with my sleep, I don't think, but that's just a little tidbit. And number 3 is whenever you actually wake up, don't go on your phone immediately. Like that's just gonna make you feel better in the day, but don't go on your phone immediately. Instead, like get off your pajamas or whatever, put on your clothes, and just go outside. Open your door and go outside and just look at the sunrise. I'm not telling you to look directly at the sun. I'm not telling you to burn your eyes, but if you just look at the sun in the morning, you'll wake up. It's cortisol. You have a cortisol spike in the morning. And if you look at the sun, you'll time it with the actual sunrise instead of it arriving later in the day. That's also why people they always feel groggy when they wake up. They have to drink coffee. It's because they haven't actually had their cortisol spike yet from the sun. And so instead of drinking coffee in the morning, just go outside. Honestly, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just be outside, just looking at the sunrise. It'll make you feel better, it'll make you feel energized, and truthfully, it makes me excited to get up because I know I'm not gonna feel tired, like weirdly tired whenever you get up, because I know that I'm just gonna be energized and I'm happy about it. And as a little extra, this is just the last little bit. If you still have a little trouble waking up, a cold shower helps me as well. So obviously, the best thing to do is to look at the sun. But for example, if you wake up too early, like 4 or something, the sun isn't up, a cold shower helps you really just activate your system. Like, the moment you turn it on, boom, you just like feel a wave of cold across your body. And that also wakes you up. But obviously, the sun is the best thing to wake you up. With all those things, honestly, I feel great around sleep. I'm not worried about sleep. I know there's a weird stress around sleep where you feel like you're gonna be tired in the morning because you're overthinking everything, but honestly, just I'm excited for sleep now. It's weird to say, but I'm excited for sleep because I know I'm gonna feel great in the morning. I woke up like 2 hours or 3 hours ago, and honestly, I still feel great. I haven't drank coffee. I haven't used any stimulants like that. I just wake up, look at the sun, and I feel good because my sleep is so good. Like honestly, I'm glad that I improved my sleep. You'll feel great, I promise you.